I know a lot of you have been chomping at the bit to see some of these cut. This one you hardly even have to cut because you can see what's inside, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think it's really a beautiful rock. So let's take some slices and see what we find. Okay, here we are, all viced up and ready to go. I'm just cutting off a little bit of the end, and that'll give me more slabs going this way. Let's see what we've got. Just a little bitty nip off the top. I love the kind of orange stuff around the outside. I wonder if that's going to go through all the way. Well, only one way to find out. The trouble with starting at the very, very end is that the slabs are pretty darn small, but on the other hand, they're awfully pretty. That's looking better. I'm surprised by these dark streaks in here.
Meow, it's Moochie here. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.
This piece is really surprisingly dark in the middle. Holy cow, it just went all the way dark. Huh. I never would have guessed that. I just want to cut the top off this one to see what it looks like. Looks like a bagel. Well, that last Montana agate was a little disappointing. Let's give this one a try. Well, I took a teeny little bite out of it, but it looks like it might be pretty good. Let's do another slab. Really pretty. Again, very dark in the middle, but I really like those outside edges. Look at those dendrites. Isn't that lovely? Oh, that's going to make some nice pendants. When they have so many different shapes and so many different directions, then you can move the shapes around, move the templates around, and really find some good stuff. That's how the pictures are formed. Look at that. This gets better and better. Whoa, look at the size of that dendrite. Wow. Looks kind of like a flower that way, doesn't it? Okay, I think this is the last one until we turn this thing around, because you can see it's really close. But it does not disappoint. Oh, that is just so cool. Wow. Double wow. Yep, I approve. This is my new toy. It is a 12-inch Highland Park precision saw. And I got it because I want to have something that I can cut smaller agates with and have it be reliable. And so this is it, and it'll never be this clean again. I've been actually holding off on putting oil in it and starting it because it's just so pretty. But I guess I better do it. This saw is designed to cut specimen pieces mostly, And so for my very first stone there, I think I'll try that. This one, I've been looking at it and looking at it. I can't even remember for sure what kind of agate this is. But you're going to try to avoid some of the windows. Actually, I'm avoiding all the windows. I'm going to cut right through where that line is. And that might be a terrible mistake. It might actually have, might be where the two agates join. But I'm going to give it a shot. So here we go. Okay, it's all lined up and ready to go. Now all we need to do is turn on the switch and hold our breath. Ready to see what we've got? Ooh! Oh my gosh, that is just stunning. Yay, I didn't screw it up. Oh, what a nice cut for my first one. Sweet. I can't even remember where I got this one, probably on one of my trips. But it looks like some really awesome Jasper, so let's give this a cut. Just a teeny tiny little slice for this one. It's gonna get bigger though, and I think it's gonna be worth cutting. What an amazing combination. This is so pretty. I had already cut this one once, but then I saved it for when I could cut some more with this saw. And look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh no, I gotta get it in the oil now. Oh well. Still beautiful. Let's see how this Thunderegg turned out. Huh. You know, I have never cut a Thunderegg that was a dud like that. That's really amazing. It's just a little tiny bit there. Wow, super disappointing. Glad I didn't send that one off to somebody. This one is an agate that I had, I found it last year sometime, I think. It just has some really interesting things in it. So we're going to cut it and see what it looks like inside. I heard it fall down. What the heck? All right, we'll keep on going. This is really interesting. Wow, look at that. Wild. Interesting. This one, I cut a bunch this way. I'm going to try to cut a few slabs this direction and see if I can get a different pattern. This is Java lace, courtesy of my friend Carl. Well, there's some cool stuff here. Yeah, I like that part right there. You can see, though, the problem is that I'm right up against the fence, and so I've got to figure out a way to cut it so that I can get some of this look. I'm pretty excited to cut this one. This is a waterline agate that is also a limb cast, and we're going to cut it this way. The cool thing about waterline is that the dendrites are often laid down in layers, and so you never know what it's going to look like until after you cut it. Oh, it's pretty cloudy. Clouds are kind of pretty. This is purple orb jasper, I think from Indonesia, and I have never cut this before, so I'm just checking it out. It's really an interesting material. Look at all those little specks. Here's another one that's very interesting. This one is, I think, just a jasper, but it has had some, chalcedony filling in the gaps, and I don't know how far and deep it goes, but we're going to try cutting the face of this off and see what it looks like. So I guess it's just on the surface. Still pretty cool. Besides all these lovely dots, I think this piece is a piece of petrified wood or agatized wood. It's very heavy, so I'm not being very good at holding it up. But just the shape of it makes me think it's some kind of at least limb cast. And then it's got all these really interesting colors. So we're going to take a few slabs and see what it looks like. I'm excited to see what this looks like inside. Oh yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Wow, that is really something. And I do think somehow it's petrified wood. Whoa, that is so cool. Just really kind of amazing. I wonder if it's transparent. A little bit, not too much. Look at all those little dots in there. That's really, really, really just so different. Just absolute madness. I sure wonder what caused this to form this way, because I've never seen this before. Anybody who knows, send me a message. No, make a comment below. This little guy, I'm almost completely certain has iris in it, so we're going to cut this really thin and see how it goes. This is just the end piece. This is going to be good. This kind of light, I think you're supposed to use like a incandescent light rather than the LEDs. This is a green and possibly red piece of jasper, and so we're going to go ahead and cut that open, see what's inside. Yeah, this is a little boring so far. Let's see what it looks like when we slice a little bit more. This is a big chunker. Looks like it's got some nice stuff in it too. This one, we're going to go ahead and cut from this direction this way, just because there's quite a lot of clear stuff here, and I'm hoping that this will make some better slabs. And this is always one of my favorite parts, is seeing what we're going to get. Now that looks like it's got some kind of, well, can't tell anything yet. Ooh, starting to look a little better. Ooh. Not bad. I prefer it when they have the inclusions all the way through rather than just around the edge mostly. But we can still work with it. Wow, look at the black on that one. Huh. Interesting. This one, it's got tubes in it, but it also looks like it's got some banding in it. So this is going to be really interesting to see what's inside. Oh yeah, this is going to be a pretty piece. Pretty unusual. It's just a really interesting piece. Someone suggested cutting this one into slices this way, like big slices, and using it as a kind of a nightlight display piece. And I think that is just a really great idea. So we're going to give it a try.
If you're still here, you must be enjoying yourself. Like and subscribe.
I cut a bunch of these, and the tricky part is that it's very, very thin, so it kept falling into the saw oil, which was gross to have to get out of it, but they're very cool. Very transparent, translucent, I guess. This is a this is a big, well, not big for this place. This is a Thunderegg from the Polka Dot Agate mine, and usually they have things the size of soccer balls or bigger. But this one is a smaller one I found. So we're going to cut this open, see what's inside. Okay, let's see what we got. Interesting. This looks like maybe it's calcite. I'm not sure what this is. They do have green opal in this area, so maybe that's part of it. Let me clean this up a little bit and then we'll look at it closer. I know. Let's cut some Wonderstone. This looks like a good start. No idea what it looks like inside. It's just cute, isn't it? Ooh, how fun is this? Wow, that's really pretty. This stuff is called youngite, and it is from my friend Carl's claim in Wyoming. Ooh, look at the pretty druzy on there. And Carl was nice enough to give me a chunk of this to cut open, so let's see what it looks like. Pretty crumbly. Pretty though. That's kind of a neat pattern. So this stuff is super crumbly, but it really does have some cool patterns in it. It's going to make some nice cabochons. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thanks for coming along. If you want to support this channel and maybe get some goodies for yourself, check out my Etsy store, Katie Did Rocks. The link is in the description below. Have a great day and keep on doing.